So we'll talk Chisora first.
Yeah. Ruiz is a bigger fight.
Right.
What's up, guys? Part 2 of this week's channel. We're doing 2 videos. There's a lot of fights going on this week. Lots of fights, lots of boxing, lots of MMA. It's a good time to be a fight fan.
It is a very good time to be a fight fan. There, this past weekend, I was going to give a quick shout out to Emmanuel Navarrete. I believe he's the bantamweight champion, I want to say, or featherweight champion, WBO. He defended it against a very tough guy on Top Rank. It turned out to be a brawl. So go check out Emmanuel Navarrete if you haven't checked him out. The dude always comes to fights, always a fun fight.
And the first fight we're going to talk about is just a shout out. Black Rose fights on May 2nd, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Serena McCoy's fighting?
Yeah, she's fighting for the WIBO Women's Championship.
Okay, shout out to Serena McCoy. We've been trying to figure something out. We're going to have her back on the show sometime soon, so it'll be good.
It's either May 2nd or 6th, but I think it's the 2nd, so.
Okay, so do you want to start off with the DAZN card first, then?
Yeah, let's talk about DAZN.
Okay, so opening up, this card's stacked, by the way. You got Katie Taylor taking on Natasha Jonas. Natasha Jonas, you probably have seen her. She's the black English commentator that DAZN has.
African American.
Okay, I can say black. You know, it's okay. I'm allowed to say that. So yeah, she's the African American commentator that DAZN has. I believe she's an Olympic medalist. I think she won either gold or silver for England in the same games that AJ did. So she's good. She's only got 1 or 2 defeats. She's hasn't looked the. Sorry,
it's a problem for Katie Taylor.
I wouldn't say it's a problem because she has fought some of the best girls in the world and she's lost, but everybody else under that level she wins. So she's a real fighter. She's not a joke. It's a good name for Katie Taylor's resume. It's just one of those stay busy fights that's a real name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we got Chris Eubank Jr. taking on Marcus Morrison. I have no idea who Marcus Morrison is. Eubank Jr. is a touted prospect. He's now training with Roy Jones Jr. Crazy athletic. Again, at the upper echelon level, he hasn't looked the same, but he's coming off of a big win against Matt Korobov. So hopefully this will get him the big fights. I'd like to see him fight Charlo, Triple G, somebody like that.
Yeah, I'd like the Triple G fight.
Even Arizlandi Lara, who also fights this weekend. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Dimitri Bivol in the co-main event is taking on Craig Richards.
You like this fight?
Reese was telling me that Craig Richards apparently got some skills. I haven't watched Craig. I don't know enough about him. Dimitri Bivol is, if not the best, the second best light heavyweight in the world. His best win, I believe, is he beat Joe Smith. So that win is one of the wins that aged very well over time.
Oh, for sure.
I'm always excited to see Dimitri Bivol. He's a little bit undersized, but he has great footwork, great skills. He's one of those Russian boxers that doesn't just come forward like a Triple G or a Baturbiev. He's slick with it. Or like like a Lomachenko style.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely check out the Bivol co-main event. That's definitely worth checking in and kind of gauge where he's at. If he's I got Bivol. I'm gonna roll with Bivol.
Decision?
I think he'll stop him. I'm gonna say stop him. Okay, and this is in my opinion, the best fight of the weekend, boxing or MMA. I'm very excited for this fight. We have Derek Chisora taking on Joseph Parker. Talk to me about this.
Chisora fought Usyk, right?
Yeah.
And he looked horrible.
He won some rounds.
I don't know about that. Well, maybe 1 or 2, but I don't know. I wasn't impressed. Chisora seems like he is one of those guys who just chokes in big moments. That's just my opinion. He's always the third best guy, not the second best, the third best guy. If you want to be a champion, though, you got to beat Chisora. Joseph Parker's already been champion. He's been the top of the mountain. I think Joseph Parker he's on a level above him, and he should outbox him. I think he wins unanimous decision pretty cleanly.
Yeah, so I agree. Skill-wise, he's definitely levels above Chisora, but Chisora's never been focused on having skills. He doesn't win fights because of his skills. It's his heart, tenaciousness, ability to dig deeper than everybody else. Parker got hit with some big shots in his last fight. I think it was about a month and a half ago against Junior Fox. If he gets hit with those shots against Chisora, it's over. It's curtains. So as a 2-1 dog, I do like Chisora. I like that bet. I would play something on it. Not big, but I would definitely play it. I'm gonna take upset. I'm gonna take Chisora. I think Chisora stops him.
Yee. That's a tough one.
I just have that feeling, man. The thing is, Parker hasn't looked the same since that Joshua defeat, man. He has not.
He still had some good wins.
He lost to Dillian White right after, and then he's rolled on. He's had like 3 wins since, but I don't know any of them. I don't know any of those guys.
But losing to Dylan White and Joshua is not a bad thing. He's losing to the elite of the elite, right?
Right. But yeah, and he almost knocked out Dillian White in that fight too. So yeah, you got a good point.
All right. So we do have Erislandy Lara. He's fighting on his own card, right?
No, he is on the Andy Ruiz undercard.
He's pretty. You want to start off with that fight?
Yeah. So we got Erislandy Lara is taking on Thomas LaManna, and this is Lara's first fight at middleweight. He's moving up from 154.
Which is good because Lara's always been there. Like, he's always been so talented. He's getting older now, though. He arguably beat Canelo. In my opinion, he beat Canelo. What could I say? He should get a unanimous decision. He's not much of a finisher. I don't think he has many knockouts, actually. But he should do the old run and chase thing. He should be just countering the whole fight, and he won't get hit much. It actually won't be a good fight. So Lara should get a unanimous decision, probably win 10 rounds.
So here's the thing with this. This is for the vacant WBA regular title at middleweight. So if he wins that, let's say Lara gets that win, he's on the PBC side. Then he's got Charlo there. Maybe they bring over Triple G. I don't know, but I would love to see Lara versus Charlo. Since they're both on the PBC side, that fight makes sense. And he's got the WBA title to go along with it. It's the best fight you're going to get for Charlo, and Lara is not the guy to be messed with. Even at 38 years of age, he still looks
not an easy fight for anyone.
Ever. He's a southpaw. He's slick. He's got that Cuban style. He's not. You don't want to mess with Lara.
So unorthodox.
Okay, in the co-main event, you have Sebastian Fundora taking on Jorge Cota. You remember Sebastian Fundora, that 6 foot? I think he's 6'7" junior welterweight or super.
Yeah.
Just lanky dude. He's coming back, so I'd like to see him get a step up in competition. I think Jorge Cota is a little bit better than what he's been fighting, but if he knocks this guy out, he's gonna have to go into like a contender after this.
Yeah, or go up a weight class.
Or 7 weight classes, heavyweight.
But in the main event, my fight of the weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I love this fight.
Okay, you go. Please set it up for me.
No, you set it up for me.
Okay, we have Chris Arreola, the Nightmare, taking on Andy Ruiz Jr.
Oh, it sounds nice.
Why? What are you excited about this fight?
I don't know, man. I gained a lot of respect for Andy Ruiz. He's actually, I think he turned into quite a bit of a star. I think the pay-per-view numbers on this fight are going to do a lot better than you think. I think they're going to be higher than you think. I think he's lost 30 pounds. I want to see if that takes away from Andy Ruiz's power. It's nice to see that the kid from Up got in a little bit of a shape. I'm just excited to see him get back in the ring, and see if he still has it since the Joshua fight. If we find out here if the whole Joshua thing was a fluke or he was a real deal and he was the champion, and he's fighting a top competition.
So here's my thing. We've been told before that he lost weight. He said he was coming into the Joshua fight lighter than.
He did.
Hold on. He told us that he was coming into the Joshua rematch lighter than the first fight. He weighs in 282 pounds, a record high, the highest he's ever weighed. He showed pictures of his weight loss sitting beside Michael Hunter along the ring. He's showing pictures now. I'll believe the weight loss when I see his scale. Until then, Andy Ruiz is still that cookie-eating clown he was before the Joshua fight.
He's a horrible-looking guy, eh?
I'm just not buying the weight loss until I see his scale. I'm not buying into it again. I'm not doing it.
I seen a post where Errol Spence is like, you lost 30 pounds? I lose 30 pounds every fight. So, what's your prediction on this fight?
Dude, it's going to be brutal. If you do believe that he's lost the weight, you got to look at the track record of Canelo's coach, Eddie Reynoso. Look what he's done with Ryan Garcia, Valdez, Canelo. These guys are all rolling, just destroying people on their way. Chris Arreola is going to get run over. I honestly think this gets done within 4 rounds.
Really?
Demo job.
That Ortiz might lose his power with the weight loss.
Yeah, but even if he does, he's still way more skilled boxer than Arreola. Have you ever watched Arreola fight? It's bad.
Okay. I will go with 10th round knockout for Andy Ruiz. I don't think it's going to end as early as you think.
Arreola is durable. He is durable, but he's like 40 years old now, man.
Yeah, he's a little older, for sure.
So I don't know. But I like Arreola. I'm pulling for I want Arreola.
I do like the winner of each of these heavyweight fights fighting each other.
Which heavyweight fights?
So if Parker wins, let's say Parker versus Ruiz. Timing would be set up.
Okay, but let's say Ruiz wins. Let's say Parker wins. They will be a rematch. They fought before.
Yeah, Parker won. I do think that you're going to see Wilder fight Ruiz if he wins, though.
It makes the most sense. They're on the PBC side. I don't know. I was hearing rumors that Wilder's going to be fighting a Charles Martin, something like that. I think just wait till after this and fight the winner. I think that makes the most sense.
For sure. I agree with you. And then let Wilder cry when he loses to a fat boy.
Okay, before we get out of here, I want to talk about one thing. I think Floyd Mayweather is set to return against Logan Paul in June, I believe. They reset the date. It got postponed, but I think it's set for June now. Showtime.
Video without any mentioning of the Paul brothers.
It's hard, man. It's hard these days. I know, you're right, but it's tough. What do you think about that, though? Showtime pay-per-view is going to be showing a Logan Paul fight.
It's crazy. I like Logan Paul better than Jake Paul, though. So.
Yeah. But he's still a Paul. He's still part of that bloodline, so I can't get down with it.
I don't know. It'll be nice to see. I'd rather see Jake versus Floyd, but it is what it is.
That's the play. I think if Logan loses, which is going to happen, then I think you see Floyd call out Jake Paul, which is really cringy. One of the greatest boxers of all time is going to call out a YouTuber.
It's horrible.
Speaking of the Pauls, what did you think about Jake Paul's reaction to getting interrogated by Uncle DC there?
He was scared.
Of course he was.
Oh, God. You know what DC would do to him?
Yeah, it'd be bad. Put him in a dumpster, whatever he wants to do to him.
He would do it. He would do it with the pants on. I don't know. I would love to see that fight. I can't wait for the day that Jake Paul gets knocked out.
Agreed. All right, and I think we'll leave this on a high note, talking about the Pauls, because we know how much you guys want to hear about them. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's everything.
All right, we're out.
All right, we're out.